to you live via Skype. It's the In Full Disclosure Show. I am your host, Mo Morris, along with my partner, Mr. Rasul Sharif. Today, we will not have our engineer with us, Mr. Breeze DBLs. He's taking a much-needed day off. Yes, Sul, I said that for your perspective. Anyway, please follow us at Zenap.com. Search All Access 660. And you'll find any and everything that you want to know about the In Full Disclosure Show. If you want to talk to my partner, you can always check him out at Rasul Sharif 660 on Instagram and on Twitter. If you just want to reach out to Breeze DBL, please check him out at Breeze DBL on IG and on Twitter. Last but not least, if you want to talk to me, at Mo Morris 660, Instagram and on Twitter. Today, February 26th, the last weekend in February of 2017. The time is moving along. We're 2 months into 2017. So far, the year's been pretty smooth, I think, as far as the All Access 660 show is concerned, and we're doing okay. We hope to bring you guys a nice spirited show today. We won't have any music, unfortunately. However, we will entertain you nonetheless. For me, had an interesting week. Ate very well. You know, those of you who don't know, I'm on this diet. Shouts to my man Marlon, too, if he's listening, because he and I have kind of started to pick each other up during the week. Shouts to him. I was happy to hear that he is on the same sort of journey at this point, so I hope that you're doing well this morning. Hopefully you are getting ready to do your burpees. Crazy exercise, but shouts to him because he gave me a little bit of inspiration this week, so I definitely thank him for that. And thank him for listening if he's on this morning with us. But yeah, you know, I had a good week. Ate pretty well until yesterday. So I have to tell you guys that I went to a very nice restaurant. A friend of mine turned a milestone yesterday, so I took him out for his birthday and went to this place in Morris Plains called Monato's. It's a Japanese restaurant. It's Japanese and sushi. There's my man, Sue. It's Japanese. Has a Japanese kitchen based in sushi, but it's buffet style. So it's all you can eat. And it's $35 a person. And I probably had no business going there because I've been eating well. So to see a buffet of sushi, which is rice, fish is not bad for you, but it's all the rice. And of course, I didn't see much brown rice there. So it was the regular white rice, which is all bad for you. So I kind of had 3 servings. I went up 3 times. So I roughly probably ate about 25 pieces of sushi yesterday without question. And then they had a little buffet dessert table. And I went over there. And they had this green tea cheesecake. Now, in my defense, the pieces of dessert were maybe a half an inch each way. It's like cut into squares. And it may have been a half an inch each side. So it's very small. But after 6 of those, you know, and 2 coconut cookies, I did do well, though, and cut my calories because I didn't have any sugary drinks. I drank seltzer water with lemon. But it was a bad night, though. So, you know, it is what it is. I'll burn it off today. Tomorrow, I'll work it out.
You get a couple of days off, man. You're doing so well. So, you know, most of the things that you read online about, like, I never really dieted. So, when I go into my mode, I work out and just try to eat right. But,
right.
For your mental stability, you have all of them almost exclusively, except the most extreme diets, say that you have to have a cheat day or a day where you can, you know, and you're doing so well and your metabolism is probably higher than normal or higher than it was when you weren't working out.
Right.
It won't be the worst thing ever.
Yeah, but, you know, my eyes were big when I saw that. I definitely got to take you up to the restaurant. It was absolutely well worth it, man.
I mean, look, $35 for sushi is
all you can eat.
Right, that's like
one. Right, it's a home run.
I'm a sushi guy, but like after I get to piece number 8, I'm just like, all right, I need a bird now.
Piece number 8.
Yeah.
That's like this plate, bro. Come on, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not the guy who's gonna be. If somebody puts some sushi out, I'm in. But you know, it's not something I'm never. It's very rare I'm feeling sushi. But that's not my
Well, I hope, because I'm going to take you there, I hope that you get past 8 pieces because it's so many different types there.
Right, no, I'm saying I could eat it. It wouldn't be a problem, but it's not like something I yearn for. Yeah, I went to a Rodizio place for an event, probably I was probably 2 months ago, or maybe like 6 weeks ago or something. And they were bringing out like they were obviously bringing out all this pork stuff, but matter of fact, you know what? I don't even think they brought out that much pork. They brought out the chicken on a stick, and then they started bringing out this prime rib stuff or something. It was melting. I was like, I could just sit here and eat this.
It was melting,
like in your mouth. Like right. There was no. Listen, if you have some kind of dental issue and you can't chew stuff,
you wasn't having that problem.
Problems. like some of the other beef that came out, it was there was some resistance.
Right.
Stuff right here. They brought it out last, as they should. Because if people caught wind of that first, just keep bringing that out. But no, I don't like. I would beam for that Rodizio. I'll take you to that Rodizio spot.
All right, fair enough.
I think it's probably. I mean, I went for an event, so it didn't cost anything. But I think I asked. I think it's like it might be $40 a person. But let me tell you something, bro. And you work out. I don't know what your workout is, so if it's you can eat meat. You can't. I don't know what it is.
Absolutely, I can. Eat as much meat as I want. Protein.
Then that's the day. That's the day. You will go over there. Your guilty pleasure will be an excess of protein. I promise you.
Fair enough. How you doing, man?
Good, man. Well, good now. I had some. I think I'm good. I had some issues to take care of on Friday. I was actually in a courtroom.
That's not even good.
Tell me about it, brother. I think I'm gonna be okay though. It wasn't like jail time or anything like that. So.
Oh, all right, fair enough.
I did have a lawyer though. So I'll tell you this much: don't go to court by yourself under any circumstances for anything.
Promise. You're probably right about that. Traffic tickets and all, right?
Right, all that. But yeah. Besides that, the week was good. Finally, one of these things that I told you is happening every day. Today at 12:30, hopefully, I'm signing some paperwork to get one of these deals done. If not today at 12:30, tomorrow morning at 11. But I'm trying to get it done today. So, I went from low to high this weekend.
Nice.
It was an emotional roller coaster, but it's the week is pretty good. Look, man, every day I'm on top of the earth and the earth ain't on top of me. I'm good. So all good.
We're gonna shave this week?
No, so and you went out for a milestone birthday, and I wound up going out for a milestone birthday yesterday. After we talked in the morning, I got a phone call. One of my most loyal Devil fans was going down to Taste Venue. Shout out to Taste Venue downtown.
That's the Taste.
So I got a call from them, and I got a call from Matty Ice, who said, "Hey, Kathy's coming down," and it was her 50th birthday.
Yep.
And she was one of the first Devil fans that came to our restaurant and hung out regularly. So I kind of introduced them to Glenn, and that they just piggybacked the relationship, and
gotcha.
It was good. So we hung out. I mean, I did a little more hanging out than I thought I was going to do. It got a little crazy. But had a great time, man. And she's just a great, great person. It's actually, if you see me, I'm texting her now because I took a couple of pictures she's asking me to send her. So of her group. So she had a group of her people, and we hung out, and some people who remembered the old place. So it was great.
Very nice. All right. Well, I didn't really watch a whole lot of political news this week. I did, but I didn't. I see that the Trump administration's in trouble a little bit for talking to FBI and trying to make them put out some statements saying that this whole Russia thing the information is not accurate. Right, previous was having a conversation with someone he should not have had. Same scenario they accused Bill Clinton of having when his wife was in a situation about the whole email server and stuff, and the investigation they had going on, and the Republicans were up in arms. Donald Trump didn't really do anything too outlandish this week that I can think of.
He probably had his best week as president.
Wow, that's a very low bar.
I'm saying
That's a very low bar.
I'm just telling the truth.
I can't think of anything he did that was just so outlandish this week. I would think of one thing he didn't do, and he was supposed to have put out a new bill for his travel ban this week. That did not come out. And it's a couple of times he said he was going to do things in a certain day, in a certain time frame, and it just hasn't happened. So I think people should start to pay attention to that just a little bit. You Republicans that are out there, pay attention just a little bit because he's saying a lot. And then the other thing that people need to pay attention to is Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act. It's not going to be repealed.
Oh, absolutely not.
And all these things that he ran for, all this and that, it's not going to be repealed. He's going to take out what little pieces he can take out and call it Trump care. It's where we're headed.
So a couple of things, man. I think that he's finding out that this is harder than what he thought it was going to be. More difficult. You can have great ideas, and, you know, it's a different thing when you actually are in that seat. You know, so we sit around and say, we play GM all the time on the show. Oh man, I would have traded for this guy. I got that guy. I got that guy. Until you're in there, then you go. You don't take all the other things into consideration of what might go on with that trade. And so he's finding out now. You find out that everybody's looking. The spotlight is solely on you. Everybody's looking at every single thing you do. And I think it frustrates him to some level because some of the stuff that the media reports is some of it's petty, but it's real. And I think that light on you is shining brighter because of how critical you were about the last guy, right? So you want to talk about this dude playing golf. You find anything you couldn't talk about. Now you play golf every week and say, hey, it's work. It is work for him too. I don't know. But you just saw him playing golf. Now you want to go play golf. And you're going to, you know, some people are saying, hey, you're inviting people to your vacation house that you go to every Friday to Sunday. Right? So you're lying down. So there's a whole lot of things. I just think that his administration now there's going to be a crossroad very soon. Because it's, by all accounts, it seems like he's hired some quality, reputable people who would not go along with his nonsense. So there'll be some nonsense that he's got his crew of nonsense people, the Steve Bannons, the Steve Millers. Those dudes will ride to the end. Then you got these general dudes who are supposed to be a high moral integrity or whatever. I can't imagine that they're going to go along with his nonsense. And so there's going to be some friction. My personal opinion, I didn't hear it from anybody. The first person you see resign, you know it's about to blow up. As soon as somebody resigns, you know it's going to blow up. Somebody big, you know it's going to blow up. So
that's an interesting thought, and you're probably absolutely right. Here's another thing that we probably should take into consideration. The fact that he has grown children. And now I'm talking from a money aspect, because you mentioned him going to his second home every Friday to Sunday. That's gas. It's costing a lot of money, right? To protect him, because I think he travels with 300 people or something, from what I heard. But he has grown children, which is something we haven't really seen in the White House that I can remember, because the Bushes had daughters were teenagers, right? They were high school to teenage years, which means they weren't able to go and come as they please. He has children that actually run businesses, which means they got to have Secret Service to go everywhere that they go, which means it's costing us taxpayer money. It costs taxpayers money because they all have to be covered. And at some point, somebody's going to come out with a story, and it's been written, but it hasn't been really put out there. But within 2 years, about a very detailed amount about how much money the government's spending to protect his kids and all of their because they travel for work and all this other stuff that we got to protect them for, and him going back and forth to Mar-a-Lago or whatever this place is down in Florida, and how much money, and then the kids here in New York with the wife. So at some point it's going to come out.
So they did an expose about how much it was for him traveling, Melania being in New York, and the 10-year-old kid and the government renting a floor in the Trump Plaza to protect them. They really never went as far as Secret Service with Melania in them. That is an interesting take. I never even thought about that.
It's gonna happen, and it may be 2 years, but somebody.
So it won't be 2 years. You know why? What he did yesterday, or however mad the media was before yesterday, put it tenfold now. When he had this White House press
Friday, yeah,
and only invited some people in, what thing you gonna do is infuriate these people even more. Like, I'd be trying to befriend somebody at this point. Like, now I'd be like, you know what? Let's truce. Let's just don't dig into every single. These dudes are gonna dig into every single. Like, if you thought you got dug into before, watch what happens now.
Yep.
And you'll start to see like some of these press people start to band together and do whatever. So it's gonna be interesting, man. This is a really, really interesting time in politics.
It is. It absolutely is.
All right. Coming up next, we're gonna talk some sports. I'm sorry again, no Breeze BBL today. He's out. I don't know what he's doing.
Vacation day, man.
He may not. He's going through a small situation, so he may not be on. He may not be vacation. But we will be back in 3 minutes, and we'll try to hold you down for the next hour and 22 minutes. We'll be right back. We may be having some issues here. It just seems like the stream is stopped online.
Oh,
Let me see that.
oh,
I don't know. And I was trying to. Everything's working on this side, so it's out of my control.
so you don't think we were ever streaming?
At some point, because you're on here, but now.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh my God.
Might be early day.
Maybe an early day. Real quick. Oh, actually, let me not say that online because.
All right, let me cut it off and I'll keep your Skype on.
Okay, all right.